Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Adeze Okezie, the live video visibility queen with erotic accent, and you're listening to the Style with Anna podcast, the one and only podcast about the many expressions of style. Find out how our exceptional guests turn their flaws into assets and how they define style from their own and unique perspective. Don't forget to subscribe to this podcast on your favorite platform and kindly leave a one-sentence review. Now, let us join the journey and meet the host, Anna in Style, aka the Style Medium.
Thank you, Daisy, for the lovely introduction. It's always a pleasure hearing your professional accent. What happens if you're passionate by nature? How is perfect alignment with your clients a big stopping factor? What is holding entrepreneurs back? In this episode, Canada-based business coach and energy practitioner Azmina Ahamed shares her story about how life led her to become a single mom business coach and master energy practitioner. Why she feels the need to be open, transparent and vulnerable, what kind of women she loves working with, and how her experience of being happily divorced helped her create a boutique character in her services. Don't miss this episode full of compassion, empathy, and caring atmosphere.
Hello and welcome, Azmina. It's so lovely to have you here today.
Thank you, Anna.
What I ask my guests, the first question is, can you share 3 words that best describe you from the top of your head? Whatever comes first.
You mean attributes emotionally, or what are you talking about? Personality?
Whatever comes first. When someone says 3 words that describe you, what comes to your mind?
Okay. Compassionate, communicative, and I'd like to say kind.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love the 3 C's.
I know, eh?
Yeah, okay, kind is spelled differently, but it's pronounced the same. So it counts, it counts.
I guess so. I'll take it, right? Now it's like after the math, I just think like, okay, maybe I should like have said something else, but that's okay. That's just the first 3 things that came to me. So
yes, it is a game to play with your subconscious part and also, your intuition, everything jumbled up together. So it's perfect any way you say it.
right, absolutely.
And yes, if your tendency is to perfect things, right, to polish them to perfection, then the second guessing comes right after.
Oh, that's what it is. We're all victims of those somehow. Perfect everything,
Yes, the best people are usually.
Oh, okay.
The best experts, I should say, not the best people, but the experts in their field, they have this tendency to polish things to perfection.
Yeah, I think it's more value as well. Am I giving enough value? We always feel like we want to kind of give whatever we know and all the fun stuff that we've learned through our journey, and then we want to kind of like transfer it over to the people that are clients or our students, so that's sharing your knowledge is really good.
Passionate sharing, I would say.
Passionate.
I think if we're so passionate, then we want to do everything for our clients, and they're like, okay, I don't know, you will, it's good for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing. Some people say, you must not be more passionate than your client.
Yeah.
But I think on the other hand, it can be contagious as well. If you have someone on your side that believes in you so much, isn't it inspiring?
It is. I definitely think it's a partnership, and I think that there's alignment that needs to take place. And when you are passionate just by nature, you're right, it can be contagious. But there's also this element of your client wanting the same outcome as you want for them. And that's where I find that the magic really happens,
Mm-hmm.
you know? But yes, it's a growth, it's a journey, and you tend to grow with your clients. But yeah, they definitely have to be on board, because that's when the outcomes start showing up in a massive way. So yeah,
Yeah. Oh, that's so nicely said. Perfect alignment.
perfect. It is. It's all about perfect alignment,
Yeah, yeah, it is. I think so as well. Yeah, definitely. So what makes you so brilliant in your business that makes you stand out from other coaches?
Oh, okay. So, my journey is very much a part of why I do what I do. So that has really had an impact on the way and the angle that I come from when I'm mentoring my clients and being there for my clients. I believe that you definitely have to have your tangible foundation, when you're starting your business. But I also very much believe that we need to work in energy and alignment. And I'm all about the energetic and the wealth creation. So it really mirrors a part of me that was so needed when I was going through my journey, and I decided that I wanted to be a business coach and an energy practitioner. Was I needed the two to be married, because when we don't work on our patterns or our limiting beliefs or anything that's holding us, or just not having the momentum, that always is a big stopping factor for us, no matter how great our product or our service is. So when you kind of marry the two, and I found that that was what I really needed when I was actually going through my certifications and my growth, and then finally to my coaching, I felt I really needed that element of energy alignment, and as well as really being out there to do the foundational work, and like everybody else is doing it, bringing my product or my service out to the world and sprinkling my magic out there so that I could bring the clients. But I recognized very, very quickly that I kept on going 2-3 steps forward and then one step behind, because I was not energetically aligned with doing the work. Because when you have done a certain thing for many years of your life, and you take on a role of being a business coach or whatever you are doing or whatever you step into, you need to really, you need to hone into that step that you're taking. You really need to embrace it. And the only way you do it is by doing the work that you do. Otherwise, you're doing the same thing that you've been doing for the past XYZ years of your life if you're not doing the work.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what really made me come from that angle, where I'm going to, work on alignment. I'm going to work on energy. I'm going to work on business. And I'm going to really help those and support those women that need to get out there, have the accountability, have the momentum, as well as bring their magic out to the world.
Nice. Would you like to share your story? How did it evolve? Was there a certain event that pushed you to switch your career?
Yes, of course. I believe that through our childhood, we have many events that happen to us, but then there's one event that probably catapults you or reminds you that change needs to happen. And for me, I think what it was for me is, I think I was a single mom at that time, going through a divorce, and I think that's where it really shook me up a little bit, and I felt like I needed to work on myself. I was working in corporate, I was in marketing and advertising, and I working that 9 to 5 and looking at KPIs and quarterly reports, and then having to bring up my 2 boys at a young age was very limiting to what I could really be. I couldn't be a full-time mother. I couldn't work full-time. I couldn't go through my divorce the way it was supposed to, because I couldn't divide my time. And so very quickly I decided that I was going to go on a journey of healing. And so when I started doing that, as I was healing, I was getting certified. And as I was getting certified, I recognized that what I would love to do I would love to bring women and help women with their financial freedom. Because if I had that in place, doing what I love to do, things would have been a lot more easier. And so that's where I got into business coaching. I'm certified with business coaching. And then I kind of married the two. And during COVID, I got predominantly back into my healing again, because we all as a collective needed it so much. We were, as much as the collective was in growth spiritually, I find that at that time I kind of said, okay, I'm going to put the business coaching a little bit on the back burner and come back in and work with one-on-one clients on my entrepreneurs really needed the healing the most. And I found that the entrepreneurs are the ones that needed to actually shift that needle. And that was the thing that was kind of holding them back, was all of their stuff coming up, or just their beliefs, or just the accountability. And so very soon after that, I decided that I was going to get back into my business coaching and bring this really vital piece into it, which would encompass everything, where I would bring the mind and the emotional side of the business coaching. So did I answer the question in terms of the journey?
Yes, you did perfectly. And I could totally resonate with this, because I'm a mom of two sons as well.
Wow.
They're small, they're toddlers. So yeah, I can totally get it. I needed to switch my career as well because of this.
Right.
I mean, for me, it would come up eventually, probably, because I'm so passionate about image consulting and style in particular.
Yeah.
And I've been working with style before as well, but not the visual part, the verbal part, because I was a translator.
Oh, nice.
So it kind of melted together. I didn't throw away my knowledge, my previous knowledge, right? But you didn't either. I mean, you use your knowledge as well. So even if we do transition to something else, nothing is lost, basically.
No, absolutely. It's actually a skill set that will be with you all the time. And when you're, every client has their uniqueness, and every client needs something different. And then you bring all your expertise and all your experience and all your knowledge to support that person and support them on their journey, so that we're able to close the gap for them. As long as it took me to get there, I wanted to bridge the gap for my clients, so that whatever I have been through, I am so okay to be vulnerable, transparent, and open about it, so that they could cut their time short and reach where they need to at a faster pace.
Yeah, exactly. My model is the same. I went through the journey through many years, but I can get my clients to where I needed months, or even, I don't know, a year in 1 month.
Yeah.
So super fast, super condensed, right?
Right. Exactly. And I find that, a lot of clients think they know what they need when they're coming in. But then when they work with me, I really give them they come in with what they want, and I give them what they need.
Yes.
Because a lot of clients don't recognize that this is the thing that they need the most to move the needle.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I do.
Yeah, I think this is really important, because if you have a problem, let's say, or an issue you want to solve, you're not so, first of all, it's too close to you to see the whole picture, right? Because it's our problem. It's too close. And secondly, if it is a problem, then we are not so knowledgeable in this topic.
Mm-hmm.
So it's impossible to know everything.
Yes, absolutely. I totally agree. It's always important to have that mentor. I think when I started having that journey of investing in a person that I could look up to, somebody that has been through things or has been through something that is relatable, it's so much more easier for us to go through that journey with a different set of a different perspective. And that perspective will allow us to grow, to heal, and to move. So I think it's very, very important that, you know, if we didn't look at it like that, then we would be in the same place, not getting anywhere.
Exactly. And especially in business, it's good to have another set of eyes to look at what you're doing. It's always another perspective. I mean, especially if you're highly specialized and expert in what you do, really good at your craft,
Yes.
then you somehow get lost in all this knowledge and forget that people don't understand what you're talking
Absolutely.
about sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes we can be students for life, but it's the thing, the sheer fact of implementation and, you know, going out there and doing the work and being able to, you know, listen to, but also listen to yourself and listen to what you should be doing. Because a lot of people get stuck in analysis paralysis, you know, when I have this, I will do this. When I get this, I will start this. There's no better time than to start. Just start and you will get your way through.
Mhm.
You know?
If I saw correctly, you do specialize in particularly to help people transition from a 9-to-5 job to an independent business, right?
Yes, I help women replace their 9 to 5, and I help them start and launch their business. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean they need to come from corporate, but it means that they would be able to earn that working with me. They would be able to start the foundational piece and start the momentum and launch what they're doing. So yeah.
So yeah, it's important to emphasize this because there are a lot of business coaches, right? And some specialize in the beginning part, the starting part, and some specialize in how they call it, scaling up.
For sure. I'm very passionate about women that are serious and, you know, like, and are going to take action and they're going to be ready 100% there and they want to change their lives and they want to start bringing the income that they want to so they can live their life abundantly, doing exactly what they love to do, right? And that could be anything. But the idea here is sometimes we get caught up with, can I do it? Will I be able to do it? I don't know this. I only know my work. You know, what skill sets do I have? So that keeps on playing in our minds sometimes. Well, I've only done maybe one certification, but I did that long time ago. Your knowledge, your experience, your journey in life is a skill, you know? And then being able to implement what you've been through in life. You just have to be a student of wanting to be aligned, wanting to change what your current situation is, and the rest will happen. You just have to be in that right place.
Oh yeah, so beautiful. Yeah. It sounds like poetry from your mouth.
Oh wow, I just take so much, I'm so passionate about it, and I just feel that every woman has an opportunity to live her life to the fullest, you know. And I felt very stuck when I was starting my journey and going through my divorce, and I'm happily divorced. And you know, it's like that made me put a fuel and go for it. That made me look at my kids and say, no, I want a better life. That made me go and say, no, I want to be a better mother. You know, that made me say, okay, now I can only change my life. And so those were the deciding factors to make me say, okay, I'm in 100%. I'm in 100%. I want to change what I have been living. So I take a lot of, and the reason why I say that is because I know I've been there and I can recognize that. And I can recognize how important alignment, energy, passion, business etiquette needs to fall into place. before you can actually bring something so wonderful out there and change your life.
Mhm. Yeah. I'm speechless right now.
Speechless because there's no internet, or speechless because you're taken by what I'm saying?
Because you are so invested in this. You really shine that you care,
Oh, I do.
and it's mesmerizing. It's it takes you in, it takes you with you on this journey. People feel like they're not alone.
Well, that's certainly not my intention. My intention is accountability for sure, because that's a key component.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Oh, do you work with a specific, for example, people say digital marketing, or is there a specific technique that you emphasize or recommend for starting out? Some people focus on different social media. Some people focus on being on in the media, as we know. It's the old-fashioned way,
Mhm.
PR and uh, writing articles in magazines, showing up in Forbes. I don't know, I'm making things up, but
Yeah.
different ways. There's something that you would endorse, let's say, in particular?
So I would really, with that client, I would really assess where they're at right now, because it's very important that you leverage where you are already standing out. So I definitely would have to look at where they're at, where they want to go, what they're bringing out to this world. So there's very many key components, but there's nothing that I'm like married to.
Mhm.
I would say where we could leverage more people or more eyes looking at you, and more places where you can get or more places you can help and put your word out there is where I would actually work with. So nothing in particular, just where they're at.
So a bespoke service, actually, right?
Very much boutique like, everybody is their own sort of, they've got their own tailored way of what they're doing. So it's a really deep dive into where are they at right now. And if that's in the beginning, that's fine, because then we know where to go. It depends on what you want to bring out, where you're at, where do you want to be, and where do you want to go, right? And
Yeah.
how are we going to bring those people in so that you could do your magic and start earning that income and having that financial freedom for yourself while supporting other women or supporting whoever that is that you want to support, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and yeah, sorry.
No, and I'm just very, I like to look at predominantly a lot of wellness individuals are coming to me, people that are wanting to be in the wellness and the health, that are spiritual, in the spiritual world. So a lot of those even brick and mortar. I mean, I work with clients that are also wanting to have and bring out their brick and mortar, right? So somebody who has a spa, for example, right? It's the way your messaging is. It's the way you are going to be able to stand out and step into the role that you have to be able to bring in the type of people that you want to work with. It's very important, while respecting who you are as an individual and identifying who you want to be, because people buy you. They don't buy anything else. That's the secondary effect, but they buy you. And so what's different from coming to me is maybe they have a connection with me, or what's different than you is because they like you and they know that, okay, with her, I know she's committed. I know she's this. And they buy you first before they buy what Anna does. Right?
Yeah.
And what Anna does is a byproduct.
Yeah,
So,
a consequence.
yeah, absolutely. So I really try and, work with the women to step into that role, to be that role of that person they need to be or they want to be. And what does that look like for them?
Oh, that's perfect. Adapting the surroundings to yourself and then shine it through. That's magical.
Yes, absolutely. Magic 101.
Yeah. Really, it is like that. Yeah, I agree. I support this. I do the same thing again in my niche, right, with my expertise. But yeah, I mean, I could just do the checks. Yes, yes, yes. Check, check, check. I agree 100%.
Yeah. That just lights us up, right? When we're doing that.
Yeah, and this is the alignment. Yeah, right.
100%. 100%. And
Fine tuning.
that's why when you say to me, well, you sound like you're lighting up and you sound like you're doing this with passion, it's all alignment. This is why I love what I do.
The way you did the passionate conclusion, the only thing left to say is, are you open for collaborations?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it has to, I'm up for supporting women and other women, and I believe in that. I think that's very important, and I'm up for absolutely to talk about it and see how that can happen.
So, is there any your favorite way of supporting other women in partnerships? Not necessarily in as a client coach relationship, but more of a partnership relationship, like a referral or talking in their Facebook groups, guest speaking or something like that.
Absolutely. I'm all for bringing out the knowledge and bringing out the unity, and being able to do that. Yes, absolutely. If I didn't know that was your question, but yes, absolutely. I'm open to that for sure.
Mhm.
As many people that could be out there, you're learning, I'm learning from you. This is how we grow, right? This is how we also build our networks, because it's important. One woman can see you that needs you, or another person can see me that could need me. And I'm all for that. I'm all for the the women upliftment here.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Where can people find you the easiest?
So the easiest way is Facebook, because I'm on Facebook. I have a community which is called Passion to Profits. And I work with women there, and we talk about alignment, money, anything that's got to do with business and energy. Or you could even get me on my profile, Azmina Ahamed, and I will definitely just ask to friend me, message me, and I'll get back to you for sure.
Perfect. Thank you so much. It's been
Awesome.
so lovely talking to you.
It's been lovely talking to you too, Anna.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Style with Anna podcast. If you like this podcast, tell your friends about it, leave a review and subscribe. This is your way of supporting us and telling us our efforts are appreciated. I invite you to take the Attraction Style quiz at www.chooseyoursigunaturestyle.com, followed by a 5-day email sequence. You can go on a discovery journey and have a talk with your inner self like never before. If you would like to learn more about my speaker and guests, kindly refer to the links in the show notes. Listen, there is always time for transformation, even after a breakup, divorce, or turning 50.